Good afternoon to Chief Justice and Honorable Justice. May it please the Court, my name is Nur Sofia binti Ismail, with my counsel respondent, Ms. Hayati. I will represent as the plaintiff at this court at the state of Johor Bahru. For today's case, Siti was instructed by her principal, Ms. Hayati, to find a double-storey house within the price not more than 500,000 ringgit in Johor Bahru. She found a single-storey bungalow with the price of 700,000 ringgit encompassed, and without informing Hayati, she then had a deal with the seller, Mr. Hashim, with the price of the deposit 1,000 ringgit under her name, although it was intended for Hayati.
Good morning to Chief Justice and the Honorable Justice. May I please the Court? My name is Nur Fatinalia binti Nazaruddin, with my counsel appellant, Miss Siti. I will represent as defendant at this court at State of Johor. Your Honor and ladies and gentlemen of the jury under the law, my client is presumed innocent until proven guilty. During this trial, you will hear no real evidence against my client.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the issues in this case is whether Hayati can sue Siti because Siti did not follow her instruction to find a double-storey house within the price not more than 500,000 ringgit. In this case, Hayati can sue Siti because Siti did not follow her order to buy a double-storey house within the price not more than 500,000 ringgit. And without telling her, she then had a deal to buy a single-storey bungalow with the price of 700,000 ringgit. This is under Section 164, when an agent is bound to conduct the business of the principal according to the directions given by the principal. And based on the section of 164, Siti is bound to conduct the business of Hayati according to her direction given, which is to buy a house for the price not more than 500,000 ringgit. The example of Turpin and Beaton case, where the principal instructed that the agent to take out an insurance on his ship, but he failed to do so, the court held that the agent was liable for the damages when the ship was lost. And based on the decision of Turpin Beaton, the court should held that Siti was liable for damages when she made a deal for a single-storey house with a price more than 500,000 ringgit, which is 700,000 ringgit.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the issue in this case is whether Hayati can sue Siti because Siti did not follow instruction from Hayati to buy a house for the price not more than Rm 500,000. In this case, Hayati cannot sue Siti because Siti already found a house and used her own money for deposit. This is under Section 165, where an agent is bound to conduct the business of the agency with as much skill as is generally possessed by persons engaged in similar business. Based on Section 165, Siti is bound to conduct the business by searching a house for Hayati with as much skill as is generally possessed by persons engaged in similar business. As example case of Clark Boys versus Malt, where agents might have certain interests that might conflict with the interests of their principal. In such situations, an agent can avoid placing himself in a conflict situation by disclosing any potential conflict to his principal, who may then, if he so wish, permit the agent to continue to act for him in full knowledge of the potential conflict. Based on the decision of Clark Boys versus Malt, the court should allow an appeal by Siti and dismiss a claim by Plaintiff Hayati. Your Honor, respondent made one point that I will address. Respondent state that my client Siti disobeyed Hayati instruction to find a house for the price not more than Rm500,000. However, Siti found a single-story bungalow of Rm700,000 and she paid a deposit of Rm1,000 using her own money and not her principal money. First of all, I want to clear that Hayati did not even give Siti a deposit money. She just instructed Siti to find a house. So I don't think it is wrong for Siti to find anywhere other a house because she used her own money for the deposit. If Siti disobeying her principal instruction, I'm sure that she did not even go find a house. But in this case, he found a house. One of the things they must prove is that my client intend to find a house just like Hayati asked him. That means there is a reasonable doubt and you must find him not guilty.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as the conclusion for this case, Hayati can sue Siti because she didn't follow her order to buy a double-story house not more than 500,000 ringgit, and she made a deal without telling her for a single-story bungalow with the price of 700,000 ringgit. And based on the section 164, Siti is bound to conduct the business of Hayati according to her directions given, which is to buy the house for the price not more than 500,000 ringgit. And in our case, based on the decision of Turpin versus Bilton, the court should hold that Siti was liable for damages when she made a deal for a single-story house with a price more than 500,000 ringgit, which is 700,000 ringgit. Thank you for your consideration, dear Honor.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as the conclusion, in this case, Hayati cannot sue Siti because Siti already found a house and used her own money for deposit. Based on section 165, Siti is bound to conduct the business by searching a house for Hayati with as much skill as is generally possessed by persons engaged in similar business. In our case, based on the decision of Clark Boyce versus Mount, the court should allow an appeal by Siti and dismiss a claim by plaintiff Hayati. Thank you.